and we still get along and love each other. Can you believe it?
Oh,
geez.
oh my God.
Got your cup of coffee.
Thank you.
It's been a while.
Yes, cheers, my friend.
It's been 39 days since I last saw you.
We were last on the air together, what?
January 29th.
January 29th, and then I was on a plane to Milan to cover the Olympics. We have a lot to catch up on.
You have so much to catch up on. I'm dying to know what you thought of Italy.
Oh my God.
Because before you went, you were kind of asking me for advice about what my experience was at the Olympics 20 years ago.
Exactly.
What was your first impression of Milan?
A very relaxed lifestyle. Just the coffee was spectacular. It's all locally sourced. I didn't really realize how world-class everything, all the ingredients were, the coffee, the milk. It's all locally sourced, and they're not interested in like sharing it with the rest of the world. I mean, like they're keeping the good stuff for themselves, not in a selfish way, but just they take so much pride, you know. And the Italy that I saw had the Olympics, so it wasn't like Italy at rest.
Sure,
you know,
sure.
It was pretty crazy. Everyone in Italy was so excited to see Americans and to sort of see the world come discover what they have to offer. I felt like that was a really welcoming thing.
Did you feel like you had to speak Italian when you were there? Okay.
I think the Italians really wanted you to sort of try, so there was a lot of, you know, buongiorno and ciao, and there was a lot. I learned how to order coffee pretty quickly. I mean, they do a lot
In Italian.
Yeah, I think a lot more Italians know English than Americans know Italian. That's for sure.
100%. How many events did you get to go to?
Yeah,
What were the highlights?
Yeah, well, so what was interesting is I didn't even make it to Cortina because those two
It was so far away.
cities were 5.5 hours apart.
Yeah.
Chris Egan and I, who just became an even closer brother to me on this
Oh,
trip.
yeah.
I mean, he and I spent 15 hours a day together minimum. We
For a
ate
whole
all of our
month
meals
straight.
together. I mean, Chris, I love you, buddy. Every day we would wake up and we would host a streaming show that we would air throughout our whole company, Tegna. And then throughout the middle of the day, we would go shoot stories about local culture, local athletes. And then at night was when a lot of the big races and hockey matches were taking place. And so we would be going from 8 a.m. until, 2 a.m. in the morning every day, just sort of in chunks, gathering as we went, following these sports.
The best ones were the
Right
men and
behind
women's hockey?
the goal for both the overtime wins for the men and women gold.
I mean, not only were you in the stadium.
And I got a little secret for you too. So I didn't actually have a pass to get into the men's event because it was so in demand. But you know me.
That's why I was shocked that you were there.
Yeah.
So you kind of just smoozed your way
Just
in.
do a little, maybe that's where my Italian came in handy. I will never forget seeing that. I mean, the images that I have burned into my mind is when both of those goals were scored on the men and women's side. And against Canada too.
I know.
It was a big deal.
Biggest rival.
That was-
You were also away while the Super Bowl was happening. The parade.
Could not believe
I was
that.
dying that you were not here.
The word got out in Milan that there was this sports bar that this Italian guy opened to cater specifically to American football fans.
Yeah.
So we got reservations Super Bowl night because kickoff was going to be at 12:30 in the morning.
Right.
And the bar was just packed, sold out with either some local fans, but mostly like Olympic media from the West Coast and the East Coast, kind of Patriots, Seahawks. It's 12:30 in the morning and Chris and I are sitting at this bar watching the Super Bowl, and we had already been through like a full work day.
Yeah.
And we know we've got to get up the next morning, but he and I were just like, you know what? We're not going to miss this.
No
moment.
way.
We're not going to
Yeah.
miss this moment. Throughout the whole games, Chris and I had our 12th flag attached to our camera gear, and so anybody that walked by in Milan during our live shot for hours at a time would stop by and kind of say,
Great idea.
Oh.
Yeah.
We attracted not just Seahawks fans, but people around the world that kind of saw what was happening with American football. And so we made a lot of new friends. It was great. So while I'm at the Olympics, so you were like on Dancing with the Stars, Seattle style.
Seattle style.
Right? Seattle dances.
It raises money for Plymouth Housing, which is a nonprofit that provides permanent homes for people experiencing homelessness. Right when you left, I started my dance rehearsals. 2 days a week, 2 hours each rehearsal, because we had to squeeze in 20 hours of rehearsal time, and we all were learning something new. It was a lot. Imagine coming, getting done with your workday. You're tired.
Yeah.
It's noon.
Yes.
You want to take a nap, and you go and dance.
And you got to go dance, which is so much
and
physically
focus
demanding.
and learn something new. It culminated in this fundraising competition that happens.
Watching you up there in your element, and doing it all for a good cause. There's just so much joy and so much happiness, and you just look so beautiful.
Oh, thanks. And we had a whole table of King 5 people that were so loud, and it was the most fun I've think, event I've ever been to in Seattle.
Now we're back at it here at the station, my friends, and we are rolling with so much more to look forward to. It's so good to catch up with you. I missed you.
I know, I missed you too. It was a long time.
Long time.
They're gone. Yeah. Don't ever do that again. We still get along and love each other. Can you believe it? Oh, geez.
Oh my God. Sorry.
Jeez, that was a vigorous hug. It's going down my sleeve.
Oh my God, I am sorry.
Jake always causing trouble. Always causing trouble.
Just another day.